Hello everyone. Today we are back with another session of interview experience. Today we have with us a very special guest who is placed in IBM International Business Machines Corporation. So please welcome Aditi.
Hi Dheeraj. Hi Kleshwar.
Hi Aditi, how are you?
I'm fine. It's very nice to be here on this platform and tell about my experience.
Okay, so let's proceed.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Aditi, we have some queries and we want to discuss with you so that our viewers get benefited. So the first query is what were the initial rounds of IBM?
Okay. So to answer this question, the initial number of rounds of IBM, as I remember, were four written, four written exams and one interview. And yeah,
Okay, can you please elaborate about each round?
yeah. To elaborate each round, so the first round was coding round. So the level of questions were from easy to medium, and they were not very tough. It was only to check your basic knowledge in coding, and also there was no such round was regarding coding round. So in coding round, the questions were from easy to medium, and they were not very tough. So it was to generally check the concept of the candidate that they can code or not, they can solve the basic problems or not, and also the restrictions regarding languages was not there. The candidate can code in any language he or she wants. Then means all the rounds were eliminating rounds. So if you clear the coding round, you will be eligible for the next round. That would be English round. Okay, so in English assessment, there were basic questions like fill in the blanks and antonyms, synonyms, these kinds of questions. They were also easy, but the only thing was the time constraint. In a short period of time, you need to solve those many of questions. So that was the only trick. And if you clear this English round as well, then the next round comes as a cognitive round. So in cognitive round, you have all the reasoning part, uh, reasoning questions, and same with this paper also. The only thing was the time constraint. So in the limited amount of time, you needed to clear all the questions. Next, if you clear the cognitive round, then you have the quantitative ability round, in which you have all those numericals or numeric based questions. And over here also, it was the same condition that in limited period of time you need to complete those number of questions. And when you have completed the entire set of these assessments, then only you were eligible for the interview round. And in this case, in IBM for ASC role, the HR and the technical interview was a single interview. There were no separate interviews regarding it. So yeah, it was all about this.
Okay, so there was so many rounds.
Yeah, there were separate rounds. Means they didn't have one day allocated for every every section. You just needed to clear one section, one assessment, and then you need to move forward. So every round was an eliminated round.
Okay, let's proceed to our third question. So how was the technical round and what were
Okay.
the questions if you remembered they
Yeah, I
asked
mean,
to you?
I right now I don't remember the exact questions, but as much as I remember was that, as I earlier told you, that they were not very tough. Means you should have basic knowledge of coding, and also like you need to practice a bit of competitive programming so that you can solve it there. And they were ranging from easy to medium. Like the first question was a bit easy, the second question became a bit harder, means not that tough that you couldn't crack it, a little bit tricky. And so yeah, it was it.
Okay, how was your HR round?
So yeah, in this case, as I told you, the technical interview and the HR interview was the same. Means in a single interview only, they have took the HR interview as well as the technical interview. They were not no separate interviews for them for HR round. So yeah, HR round they basically ask you about the teamwork. What do you know about IBM and why do you come to do you want to join IBM? And also regarding the project, regarding the teamwork, they specifically mentioned like the project was the highlight in the entire interview. I should say.
Okay, great. So now, what advice would you like to give to CSIT students who are preparing for placements
Okay,
in
so
IBM?
yeah, so specific means I would like to give advice to the students regarding all the placement. Means it is a common advice I should say that you should focus on your coding skills. Means if you want better package, better position, then coding is the key. And second, your project, the project, your whatever project you do, you should know that project very well. Like even if the interviewer asks you what you have done and why you have done this, etc. questions, you should be able to answer him or her. Correct. Now the third point is the communication point. You need to interact with the interviewer. You need to interact with the HR or anybody who is taking your interview so that he or she is also comfortable, like asking questions or giving you feedback, so that even if you don't crack any of the interviews, you are able to improve yourself, and in the other interview you can like grow and work on those tips and bits and do well. So yeah, these three things are very important for every company, for every placement exam or anything you do. So yeah,
Wow, thanks, Aditi. What a wonderful advice. We should always try to improve ourselves. Should
yeah,
always remember that. So, next
yeah.
question. How projects helps in placements?
Okay. So regarding the projects, in every interview, or especially in IBM, the interview was all around project only. Like they have asked you that what what project you have done, and then what technology or what language you have used, what was your role in the team, and how many members were there, why you have used this project only, etc., etc. And what is the meaning of teamwork, how you have worked in a team. So these all questions, it was basically the interview was basically based on your project only. So yeah, I think that projects are very important. Even if you build a small project, it doesn't matter. You should be able to answer each and every question asked regarding that project. That is the key point. Because you like if you have copied or pasted it from somewhere and then you haven't gone through it and you don't know what you're doing, so then you wouldn't be able to answer the questions. So it would reflect in your interview, and I think that would be a bad impact. So yeah, you should know your project, why you are doing this project, and what it is in this project. So that is very key point.
Okay.
Uh,
So, Aditi, last queries. What inspires you to join IBM?
yeah,
As we know that you have already many offers, other offers, so you join IBM. So, can you please elaborate?
yeah. So my inspiration, I would say, is that I thought and I know that IBM has a wide variety of technologies to offer, a wide variety of positions to offer, and also the perks you get. And so all these things like inspired me. And as I'm right now, I can see that there is a lot of opportunity to grow, lot of technology to explore, and a lot of space to learn more and more. So yeah, these were the things that inspired me to learn.
Okay, thank you so much, Aditi. Now, Akhileshwar will ask some frequently asked questions. So, pass to you, Akhileshwar.
Thanks, Dheeraj. So now moving on to the Q&A part. So Aditi, what were the subjects which helped you in cracking the uh, covering the whole placement exams, each and every placement exam?
Okay, so there was not any particular subject. I would say that means you should be proficient or you should be like comfortable in coding in one of the language. And that should be your key. And also other subjects like BBMS, you have BBMS with you. You have other subjects which could prove to be very important in your placement exams. They don't come in your written exams, but in interview they can easily ask you that what are the subjects you have learned in your BTech, in your Bachelor's of Technology, and what are the subjects you are interested in. So tell me about uh, this subject or what you have learned in this subject. So I think you should choose means you should be proficient in any of the one language and also all the other side subjects which you think is more important to you and you're so much interested in this subject. So you should know that subject very well. So if the interviewers ask you that, okay, what you have learned in this or what do you know about this particular subject, it's your favorite subject. So tell me about it. So you should be able to answer it.
Okay, sure. So, as you must have seen last year, this new thing came up, this buzzword cognitive test in multiple
Yeah,
competitive exams. So,
yeah.
how do you see that trend going on?
Okay, so in cognitive test, especially in IB, you have a game-based cognitive test. So what I think is that in this game-based cognitive test, you learn like we have an online exam right now, correct? So uh, the scenario is different. So in this, they have a game-based, entirely different. Like you don't have MCQ type questions. You have a game-based cognitive questions, and that for me was really interesting as well. And at the same time, we were learning also. So yeah, it was very different, and and I think that it is a greater means it is much better than the MCQ thing. So it was a really different experience, especially in this context. Yeah,
Okay. So, if you don't mind, we would like to uh, get some information about your final year project.
yeah. So my final year project was a shared wallet based on the blockchain technology, and we have chosen the blockchain technology because it was something new and something very interesting and something which me and my partner, my teammate, was very interested in and something new to learn. Correct, and it also included a new language called as Solidity. So yeah, it was something new to learn, and we coded in that Solidity language and built a project named as Shared Wallet, and that shared wallet runs exactly the same as your joint account, but over here we were working with cryptocurrency that is Ethereum, and yeah, it was really a great new concept, I would say, and different from many other projects that we usually see. And so that was the key interesting point regarding our project. Yes.
Great. So, Aditi, when it comes to a fresher, then people do have this doubt that how to prepare our resume for uh, off-campus opportunities. Like we usually get assistance for in campus thing, but for off-campus we don't have much guidance. So, can you put some light on it?
Yeah. So as I said earlier, also the project was the key point. So you should mention projects in your resume and you should highlight them as well. Next is the internship area. Like if you have done any internships in your college, and you should do internships in your college life, you should mention that these both things really add up to your resume and like help you to get an off-campus placement very soon.
Okay. So now we are heading towards the end, and Yeah, Dheeraj, we had a great time.
Yeah, we had a great time. Thank you so much, Aditi. We
Yeah,
are
Thank you so
really
much. It
pleased
was
to have you in this session, and uh, that was great learning for us and also for our viewers too. So, thank you everyone, and to all our viewers, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share the video if you find this informational.